Life can be hard for us working mamas, am I right? I mean, there's deadlines to meet, there's kids to feed, there's a house to keep clean. It can be exhausting. And in that exhaustion, we can lose ourselves. We can start to feel like there's no joy, and really sometimes even start to question whether or not this is actually the life that we wanted. That's not a great place to be, but it's a real place to be. I'm going to share a little secret with you about how I work through all of that. And that secret is to have gratitude for what I do have, to focus on the good in my life. Because what you focus on has a huge impact on how you feel. If you don't believe me, take a second and just try this exercise with me. Close your eyes and imagine one of your children when they were a sweet, sweet baby. Imagine a little baby asleep, that little tiny face, their little lips and their little nose and those soft baby breasts with the little kind of cooey noises that they make. And just picture that sweet child. How do you feel? Do you feel at peace? Do you feel joy? Do you feel comforted? Do you feel calm? How did that make you feel, imagining your sweet, sleeping baby? Now, take a moment and imagine your child as a toddler, having a tantrum in the middle of a store, completely flailing and falling out. Think about the screams, the people looking, the frustration. Think about them lying down on the floor, refusing to move, and you needing to get stuff done and just get out of the store. Or if it happened at home, get out the door. Now how do you feel? You feel frustrated, crunchy, a little angry, a little like, what the? Because that's how I feel when I think about that. But there you go. That's the point. Depending on what you focus on, your feelings change. You focus on that sweet, sleeping baby, and you have feelings that are positive and relaxing. You focus on that same baby being a toddler, wreaking havoc, having a tantrum, acting crazy, and you don't feel so positive. What we focus on makes a huge difference in how we feel. And that's why gratitude is so important. And so I want to give you a little bit of a trick on how to be more grateful each day. And it's this. Before you switch tasks, before you switch actions, take a moment to pause. Take a deep breath, reset yourself where you can, and then think of something to be grateful for about the situation that you're about to walk into, about the task that you're about to complete. For example, between work and home, whether you work from home or you're commuting, before you really close down that laptop and move on to the next thing, take a moment to pause. Breathe, let work go, and then be grateful for the home that you're going to, for the kids that you're going to see, for the food that you have to be able to eat. Take a moment and just be grateful for those things. That pause is going to help you to reset, and that little thought of gratitude is going to help push you to look for more things that you can be grateful for. And when you think about the things you're grateful for, you're going to feel better. If you can, take longer than a pause. Take a moment to really reset and watch a funny video, read something that you like, disassociate yourself from the previous task. So for example, from work, before you move into the next one, but always take a moment to be grateful for what's coming next. The same goes for even when you're at home, going between chores. You're doing laundry and you're cooking. Like, who's grateful for that? Well, I am. I am grateful that I have water in my house. I'm grateful that we have a washing machine and a dryer in our house. Now, mind you, I moved from New York, and in New York, we didn't have a washer and dryer in an apartment, but now we live in a house. We got a washer and dryer. I am grateful to be able to go down in the basement and wash these clothes and dry these clothes. I am also grateful that we have space in our kitchen to wash and dry our dishes. We got a counter big enough to put things on. Not everybody has that. We got hot water when we want it. I've lived in other parts of the world, and let me tell you, the access we have to hot water here in America is pretty awesome. So there are things that you can be grateful for, and they don't have to be big. That's really the point. They can be small, but if you focus on them, you're going to feel better. And when you feel better, you live better. And that's really what it's about at the end of the day, living better, enjoying your life. So take a moment each day and pause between your actions, between your tasks, between switching locations, and think about what you can be grateful for and what's coming next for you in that immediate moment. It can be big or it can be small. What I'd like for you to do now is to take some action, because if you're watching this, listening to this, reading this, and you are not taking action, you're not going to get as much out of it as if you did take action. So I challenge you to, in this moment, think about something that you're grateful for and say it out loud.